For the first time in quite a while, we are finally seeing crypto rip to the upside. Altcoin holders are finally being rewarded. If you've watched this channel for any extent amount of time, you've seen the coins we've been accumulating, and it's been very friendly to our bags this week. And we have one of the legendary traders in the space, Flood. This guy has made tens of millions of dollars in crypto, been in Bitcoin since 2014, and he is saying, "This is it. I am telling you. This is it." And what he means by that is this is the next run. We are entering the next bull run. In this video, I'm going to go over why I also think we have probably marked the bottom so far this cycle, and we are probably heading into that next bull run. Different catalysts. Some are theoretical, some are legitimate. What is happening behind the scenes? So we're going to go over that in this video. We're going to look across the market. We had some amazing trades we put in this week. We'll talk about that as well. Let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. If you're new to the channel here on In the Money, we go over everything that you need to win in crypto every single week, Monday through Friday. So like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more. And if you guys need a place to trade, I would highly recommend checking out BitBase. So BitBase down below, no KYC, no jurisdiction restrictions, quick executions, tons of different assets across TradFi as well as crypto. And you can see here, we were able to capitalize on this Zcash trade, and this chart looks absolutely brilliant. Check out BitBase down below in the description. So like I said, Flood, one of the most legendary traders in crypto, is saying this is it. We are heading into the next bull run. And I actually do firmly believe that. Yesterday on this channel, we literally told you to go long on Zcash. It is up 18% in the last 24 hours. I said it could hit $600. It is at $670. We have Pump Fund also moving to the upside. We mentioned I would still be long Pump. You can see this thing is up 3%, but is up 40% on the weekly chart. We also mentioned, I think, a long on 𝗏𝗏𝗏 was a very good play. And if you longed 𝗏 as of yesterday, let's find it here. I know it's in this area. 𝗏𝗏𝗏's up 10% today from 210 up to 225. So very good long positions if you saw the video yesterday. And we'll talk about, what coins I still think have upside right now. But just looking at some of these charts, what's happening in crypto right now is crazy. I mean, even Ethereum, we can see Ethereum's run here. It's up 28% this week. We have Solana up 21%, Hyperliquid up 33%, Doge up 20%. What a time to be alive for crypto investors. And then just kind of looking across the board, it's always, good to have fun when we have times like these. It feels like we wait so long for these time periods. Crypto God John says, what a time to be alive. We are about to enter the golden bull run. I kind of agree with that. We'll talk about that here in a second. Elio says, crypto's cool because every few years you lose all your money and every shred of your sanity. And then one random day you just make it all back and then some. Not the sanity part. You're kind of effed up forever in this industry. But you do regain that capital if you can stick through cycle to cycle. Waiter asked me if I wanted tap water. I spat out my organic avocado on sourdough bread. The garnish went everywhere. I said, make it bottled. Bring a sparkling too. It's been a good week. This is the sentiment across crypto right now. Whenever we get these sacred pumps that we wait so long for, it does feel great to see it come to fruition. Thread guy kind of trolling some coins here. Best part about this pump is AVAX, SUI, and SEI are all under FTX lows and 1010, a raging bull market in the few spots that actually matter. This is actually exactly why we pivoted away from these types of tokens almost a year ago. Like, we saw that the cycle leaders are just going to continue to be the main characters. And these things have been stuff like Pump Fund, for example, up 108% this month. We have Hyperliquid, which has moved from 55 up to 75 in the last couple of weeks. We have Venice, which traded almost down to $10 and is now back at $15. Zcash is almost at $700. So we really have capitalized very well on this certain time period. There's a couple of coins I still think have upside. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. And we see FOMO as a top 3 app in crypto. So right now there's a lot of euphoria going around, but I'm not thinking of these as top signals. Nowhere near. Number one is it is the midterms. We're going to see Trump going back on what got him in office. What got him in office? He rallied a bunch of different types of demographics that are into certain industries, right? One of those was crypto. If he wants the good approval ratings, if he wants the Republicans to potentially win the midterm elections, he needs to go back on his word and actually execute. We need to see the Clarity Act come through. He's saying that Hyperliquid is going to get legalized in the United States. He says that the government is buying crypto. So he's going back on that and actually trying to make it happen during this time period, which is why I've been super bullish on the end of 2026 for the entire year. I feel like once midterms come back around, he has to come through on his promises and at least pump up and prop up the market as much as he can. And then Flood, the reason we looked at his tweet saying, that this is it. I'm telling you, this is it. This is the next bull run. Prediction, the U.S. government will announce a $100 billion purchase program. Bitcoin, nationalization of MicroStrategy within the next 24 hours. So that would be tomorrow. That would, I think that's pretty far-fetched, but there's something going on here because the big question is like, who's the buyer? It feels like the U.S. government is the buyer in some sort of fashion. And it does feel like they are going to be announcing something revolving around Bitcoin, especially if they're literally name dropping Hyperliquid. Something is brewing behind the scenes here with crypto. So for me, I really do think that this run is going to last. I don't know what the thumbnails, it says like, will it last or something like that. So whenever you look across the board right now, yes, I actually really think so. I think we have hit the cycle bottom, safe to say. We could look at the Bitcoin chart literally just over the last couple of days. We will see here, loading. Monthly chart, we ranged at the 63K level. Let's go to the year chart even. We ranged in the 68Ks to the 63Ks for literally the last 6 months. It has been the most painful price action anyone could have ever gone through in crypto. This was so painful. We saw 80K back in the summer, immediately wiped out, traded in the 60Ks once again. I think that this breakout is legit, and I think it's fueled by catalysts that we don't even know yet. So yes, I think that this pump will last, and I don't think that you're too late on some of these specific altcoins. Right now, I would not chase these massive pumps. Talking about what's happening with Pump Fund, Hyperliquid, and Zcash. They have now pumped incredibly hard over the last few days. I would not chase those trades, okay? I'm happy to have those in my spot positions. Those, we've been talking about these coins for months, guys. I just hope that you guys were taking advantage and buying when everyone said we were stupid for buying altcoins. I think we're probably going to break this yearly high in the next coming days on Zcash. And then we're probably going to see some native price discovery here closer to that $800 level, which will be awesome to see. I also think with Hyperliquid, we're going to probably hit price discovery here if the momentum continues to the upside. I think the best overall position to take today of the coins that we talk about here on the channel is still Near Protocol. Near is not at its yearly highs. It is actually still about almost 40% lower than its yearly highs. And on the 24 hours, it is up 10%. It's starting to get some of that liquidity because BitTensor's pumping. We have Venice pumping. The third AI horse in the race is Near Protocol. I would be looking at Near if you are looking for a catch-up trade in the sector of AI. But more or less right now, I'm going to see what happens over the weekend. I am still long on Pump, Tau, and I am still long on Zcash, like we talked about yesterday. I have my spot positions well lined up in the past on Pump, Near, Tau, VVV, Zcash, and Hyperliquid. Holding those, not going anywhere. I'm going to hold those throughout this cycle. I think that those are going to end up being the absolute biggest winners in the industry. But if I was taking one trade today, I would look at Near Protocol here in the $1.80 range, still 40% from its yearly highs. And I think that this thing is probably due for a breakout. The volume is going to continue to go through the altcoins, the top narratives, and one of those is AI. I think that Near will be the next one to run, especially seeing what's happening on the BitTensor chart. We could see here over the week, BitTensor is up about 14% from this low at $1 or at $189, pardon me. And then we can also look at Venice. Venice had those good news earlier this week about the $100 million in revenue and the buybacks, but this thing's up 26% on the week. So Near Protocol is kind of lagging behind. I wouldn't be surprised to see that as the catch-up trade. But nonetheless, I'm leaving my positions open. I'm super bullish at this point in time. And I think that there's something we don't know going on with crypto. This has pumped so much from 63K to 78K. This is not retail. Something is happening behind the scenes. And I do think that this pump will last. And we have probably marked the cycle bottom, guys. So like the video down below, subscribe to the channel for more. I'm going to see you guys on Monday on the next video. As always, trade responsibly, my friends. And of course, stay bullish, my friends. I do want to say, if you're not in the money group down below, we are absolutely printing across meme coins, crypto, prediction markets. I've won 11 of my last 12 prediction markets. We nailed this altcoin dip. We literally said to buy last week on the name of coins, and every single one of those has pumped. Our meme coin caller is calling 10x's every single freaking week at this point. So check out inthemoney.live, 3 days for free, $49 a month after that. If you don't make money with us or you don't enjoy it, you can cancel, no strings attached, guys. So I'll see y'all on Monday. As always, like, subscribe, and trade responsibly, my friends.